How y'all doing? How y'all doing? First off, I just want to say I appreciate them for giving me the opportunity to come in. I was around 3 weeks when I got them at the last, so they gave me the opportunity to teach them. Because most people like, I'm already done. Here goes somebody new, and they actually had 1, 2, 3 instructors, I guess, doing this process. So I thank y'all for having patience with me. I also wanted to say that this opportunity to teach y'all has been a true blessing because it's something that my mom put in me before she passed. So I wish she was able to come here to even see me do this. She never got a chance to see me teach or do none of this. But she introduced me to welding. And when she introduced me to welding, I was 16 years old and I was actually incarcerated, and I had to do from 16 to 26 years old. So I didn't know how it was gonna turn out. So she seen a couple videos and she was like, hey, I know you ain't gonna get out and get a real job because you're used to making money. But what you think about this welding? And I'm like, I don't know nothing about it. She said, well, I heard they make $100 an hour. That's all I need to hear. So from then on out, I wanted to be a welder. So at 16 years old, when she planted the seed in my head, I started pursuing it. And at 17, I was able to grasp hold to it while I was in prison. So from 17 to now, I'm 42 years old. I've been participating in it. And like I say, it really changed my life, like thumbs down. So when they was asking me, man, where do you think you can go? And I was like, honestly, welding is a trade that you can literally close your eyes, spin the little map around, the globe around, and just stop it. And say, this is where I'm going. And change your life, fam. It's that simple. As long as you got the motivation and you got the willpower to do it. Now, you got to get the skill set, because there's no such thing as reinventing the wheel, so to speak. But we can add some accessories and some bling to it. We can do something different to it. We can throw some locks in it. We can do something different with it, you know what I mean? So there's no such thing as adding it. You can always add your own swag to it, family. But I would say this, welding can change your life. You can start off from, like I say, I started in prison. From welding in prison to getting out, working on a job, from working on a job to starting my own business, from coming here and teaching. And the whole process has been exciting, and I know that there's no limitation. There's no cap on certain things. Like when you're learning certain skill trades, you got a cap, you got a certain limitation you can go. Welding is not like that. Once you learn it, you can actually imagine things, come up with have a great imagination. You create things that can actually add to the workforce, or add to education, or add to someone else getting a job. So I think welding is a great tool that can be used in any aspect. But I want to share something small with you real quick that someone told me right before I got home. So right before I came home, my older man told me, he said, so what you gonna do when you get out? I said, man, I'm gonna weld, I'm gonna do this. And, I had all type of bright ideas. But he was like, well, I want to tell you something. He was like, what is best? Is it best to learn? I'm gonna ask you this question that he asked me. And he's still incarcerated right now. I write him from time to time. He's been locked up about 55 years, man. So I've been writing this man, he's been locked up for 55 years. And he gave me some of the best wisdom I still use it. And he told me, he said, is it best for you to learn from your own mistakes or from someone else's mistakes? I'm gonna ask you that same question. What you think? Best of yours or somebody else's? 50-50. 50-50. He said 50-50, that's a good answer. So, me, at least you thought about it. I thought I had to figure it out. I said, man, it's better to learn from my own mistakes. What can someone else teach me if I don't go through it myself, right? So he smiled at me and laughed. He said, well, let me tell you something, son. You're not gonna live long enough to learn from all of your mistakes. So it's wiser to watch someone else fall, rise, do whatever, and you gain it from them, so that way you don't even have to experience it. Because see, we don't get that life repeats. There's nothing new under the sun. The only thing new is what we wear, what we put on, but the way we live, how we treat people, what we feel, this has been going on for ages. So though nothing changed. So if I can watch someone else stumble or fall, or watch someone else succeed, I can do it. Without having to experience it the way that they did. That's the cool thing about it. You can watch me be successful, and you don't have to go through the steps I did. You don't have to go to 11 years in prison. You just see me at this point and say, okay, I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna take it to that level. So you can miss everything that I went through, which gives you the opportunity to experience a better life without the stumbles and without the falls. So I didn't really get it at that time. I thought it was just something slick he told me. And then after I started living, I'm like, man, it's better. It's like, it takes the burden off of life, if you can watch someone else. So with goodwill, having the opportunity to teach you and educate you, I think that it gives you the opportunity to watch what other people went through, hear their stories, and then you can form your own conclusion and create your life, fam. From this point on, you can do whatever, you know what I mean? So it's all up to you. So if I could give you any word, I would say that live each day like he told me as if it's your last. Meaning that just be cautious, be wise, treat people right, treat people how you want to be treated. But I want you to learn every day like you're gonna live forever, fam. Y'all be blessed.
Okay.